Hello everybody. So today I want to talk about MSTR's muted low conviction sale, and I especially want to talk about the Bitcoin crash because it is getting so frustrating. What is going on? Everything's going up but Bitcoin. That is truly frustrating. So anyways, first of all, let's talk about Saylor not advertising that 8K on X. No, he didn't advertise that. It trended independently as people, of course, looked up the SEC filing 8Ks, but he didn't advertise it on X. My guess remains the same, is he definitely don't think he wanted to do it. I don't think he wanted to do it. He had to do it to, quote-unquote, inoculate, to just show the market that he can actually do it. It's a proof of concept, but I think he's going to be back to buying. I don't think he wants to sell Bitcoin, and he tweeted this instead, right? Instead of a usual dot or the usual announcement, actually, that they buy more, like the BTC yield announcement. Instead of that, he tweeted about Stretch, their goal being to make Stretch the best credit instrument in the world. But of course, when Bitcoin crashes on a Monday morning on Middle East news, yet again, there's nothing you can do. It's very unfortunate. Two more things. The Bitcoin update, of course, sold 32 Bitcoin. What's the tax benefit on that? Probably about 1 million. If he sold that 120,000 Bitcoin basis, probably about 1 million. But he didn't report on that. So to me, and I know a lot of people call this weird on X, to me, this is just low conviction. Didn't want to do it. He had to do it. Interesting though, given the strength of MSTR last week, we actually still ATM. We still got $128 million in proceeds from the MSTR stock. Where will these proceeds go? I don't know anymore. Could it go for Bitcoin? Could it go to pay the Stretch dividend? Could it go to replenish the cash reserve? I don't know. I think Saylor is getting quite frustrated, of course, with the price action of Bitcoin, as I am, as many of us are. Now, why is Bitcoin crashing again? And somebody in the comment section told me, "Oh, you gotta stop talking about the Middle East." I'm like, no, I'm firmly convinced that Bitcoin is trading on the Middle East news. It's not trading on the macro news. Last Thursday, it didn't move on macro. It's not trading on USPC. It's trading on Middle East news. And one of the culprits may be this. Binance actually moved and established its global headquarters. It used to be like this international company all over the place. And they moved to Abu Dhabi, which is like Middle East Central of these tensions. So I think a lot of the manipulations around Bitcoin happen with the news on the Middle East. The Middle East news cycle is what matters for Bitcoin. That's kind of what I've witnessed for the past month and a half, really. Of course, what's the news of the Middle East? Well, the blockade is staying. They bombs, whatever, there was some issue, a drone shot, and then they shot each other, and now there's no more negotiation. And the turn of events is insane. We went from 9 days ago, oh, a deal is imminent, to no deal again. Like, this is the tariff situation all over again, where we gotta wait. It's been 3 months. How many more months is this going to wait? At this point, I just think the Middle East over there, they should build the pipeline. Saudi Arabia should double down on that pipeline in the north. You know, what was it called? Abu Dhabi, the UAE, they should double down on that pipeline that they're building, and they should just try to entirely avoid Hormuz. Let's keep the status quo. I'm so tired of this news. We need an ending to this. We didn't need this. We absolutely didn't need this. The markets were just fine without this. This is putting a lid on Bitcoin. This is putting a lid on the market. And when you see the price action of Bitcoin versus oil, right, it's entirely inverse. Like, you have Bitcoin crashing as you have oil going up. Bitcoin crashes, oil goes up. Like, it's reverse. It's entirely reverse. This is very frustrating. And of course, it's even more frustrating for Bitcoiners who don't share this frustration, because if you don't have Bitcoin as a major part of your portfolio like I do, Bitcoin is a major part of my portfolio, right? So I'm feeling this pain. But most people who have stayed away from Bitcoin, who are not in Bitcoin, they're living in la la land with stocks doing 7x, 8x on Micron. So, I'm really hoping that hard work pays off. You know what I mean? And conviction pays off. And hard work on Bitcoin. How many of us have spent so many thousands of hours studying this asset and why this asset should win, and then we are just being held back by little macro tensions like that. This is getting old. This is getting frustrating. Sorry about the rant, but this is really getting frustrating. We need a resolution to this Middle East thing. We need a revolution. Anyways, moving on. It was very clear to me that we don't trade on macro. We trade on our moves. We trade on our moves, and that's why we're at 71,300. And who knows if we're going to get another escalation today. Then maybe we get to 69. Why not? Anyways, so unfortunately, Stretch can't do well in this environment. May I remind you, not too long ago, was it 10 days ago, Bitcoin was well above 80. Not too long ago, right? So we lost 15 to 20%, depending on when you look at on what? On news that is unrelated to us, unrelated to the fundamentals. We are now firmly back into a fear and greed. So going back to MSTR, my guess is, Saylor sold Bitcoin to inoculate the market and show that he can sell it and earn 2.5 million. I don't think he wanted to do it. Saylor thinks MSTR is heavily undervalued. I can't imagine how he feels about Bitcoin being undervalued. Bitcoin has traded on things that have nothing to do with it for the longest time at this point, and the third is just insanely frustrating. I am frustrated. This is a low conviction sell. I think this reflects Saylor. Saylor is also frustrated, and he did a low conviction sell, and we crash on things not related to the network. So anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is entertainment, just entertainment, only entertainment. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.